Looks like Lobsher and Sab Gauthieri are going to be on the front row for the start. You can see also the big change here in terms of the circuit is now light is a big factor. You've got areas of the circuit that are in shade, you've got areas in the circuit that are in complete sunlight. So that sometimes can be an issue, particularly if you have visibility issues. As they start the race, they head down towards turn 1. Lobsher leads them out down towards turn 1. The rest of the pack napping ever so slightly there, a little bit further back than what they should have been. But Sab Gauthieri has got the whole shot by the looks of it, and he's kept Nike out. So Sab just going late on the brakes and down into turn 1 to take the lead. Good start there as well, coming from the number 1 car, a bit further back than where he'd normally start, but he's not letting him get away. He was not caught napping. Renier Smith definitely on a flyer to stay with Class A and catch the rest of his Class B competitors out there. German is in there as well. We'll keep an eye on his progress. And we'll also look at Anton Pellersheim, who had a fantastic first race earlier on in the day. So it's Sab Gauthieri versus Ryan Nike. That Fabio Fedetto, that's got Leon Lobsher on his tail. And then Bob Neal just behind that, fighting with the number 1 car, Renier Smith. Then the German comes through there. Watch out for Heinz van der Merwe coming through as well, looking to potentially get to the front end of Class C as quickly as he can. And the rest of the Class C competitors are now making their way down into Clubhouse Corner, including the Corvette car there of Nicky Dix. Smith in amongst the Class A competitors there. It's a good start there from Renier. I think some of the cars were caught napping and weren't close enough on the rolling start. They thought maybe there was one other lap to go, but remember, with a bumper day like this, we literally go straight into racing from whichever side of the pit lane you come from. So I think a couple of Class B competitors will be kicking themselves and not closing that gap up. You heard it earlier on, Alan Mayer was saying, you know, under safety car conditions, you want to try and close the gap up to right under the bumper of the car in front of you, and sometimes when there's a car in front that's going slowly, you lose that opportunity, and that's exactly what's happened here with a couple of those Class B competitors, Pommershine being one and the German being the other. Come down a complete lap one. Remember, these are time-based races as opposed to lap-based races. So it's about 6 laps of race action that you'll get out of this. And Nike late on the brakes into Crowthorne as the Sav Speed BMW loses out there. Ryan Nike moves up 1 place, squeezes through there in that fast developments BMW. Look at that. What a shot. Sure, what a great bit of directing there, Dave Peterson. What a shot of that car. And oh no, the Gas Monkey diesel car looks like it might be in a bit of trouble again for the 2nd time today. Sorry, Grease Monkey. Sorry, my bad. Grease Monkey there. It's the monkey car anyway, but it's been a monkey on his back today in the diesel machine there. Looks like it might be a bit of flames under the hood there as well there, unfortunately. But yeah, that's the end of that day for that car. I was about to say, just following up on that magnificent shot of the downshift out of the Sav Speed car and that massive flame straight out the bonnet. I'm not quite sure how Sav sees through that when he brakes and that flame throws a massive 6-foot flame out of the bonnet of the car on the downshift. Anyway, it's Sav Speed's design on that car that makes that car go fast, so you can't take anything away from it. Amtec car, that looks like Dewald Smith starting to make his way to the front end of Class C. Is he there just yet? No, not quite. He's got to try and find a way through. This is at turn 14 where the car has had a problem. It's the last corner of the circuit. And unfortunately, it's not the way that Grease Monkey BMW is supposed to end up. And Gary Martins will be thinking to himself, hang on a second. It's not how my car performs. That Grease Monkey BMW has been bomb-proof so far in its career in the M Performance Racing Series. Looks like there's problems here as well for Bob Neal. Bob Neal pulling straight off the track just before the car went bang in a big way. That might have just saved some problems there for the marshals. The Viking Mining BMW having to pull into the entrance to the pit lane that he's actually not pitting in. Sab Gauthieri trying to make up the ground now, but no answer to that fast developments BMW right now of Ryan Nike. Renier Smith has made his way up into, I think that might be 3rd overall, ahead of Fedetto. And on his tail, looks like a little fight on here as well. Just going to go into the overalls. Yeah, Fedetto and Anton Pommershine. So Pommershine and Fedetto fighting for the lead of Class B. but they're in the mix there. Well, Class B's Anton Pommersham and Renier Smith are in the mix there with Class A's Fabio Fedetta. So what Renier Smith has done is he's put a car between himself and Pommersham for a bit of breathing room. It's giving him a chance to get away, but Fedetta's not going to give it up without a fight and allow Pommersham through just so that he can continue his fight with the Class B car ahead of him. No, it's every man for himself, and it's, when the flag drops, that's when the race stops. German is down in 19th. So I think what we're seeing there from Andreas Mayer's point of view is literally circulating to get the maximum points he can. Because remember, in this class, if there are short or smaller classes and less numbers in the class, you score half points. So with only 3 cars in Class B today, means I think Class B will only be scoring half points. That is why he's out there. Even though he had an ailing car, he will be trying to just at least get 3 points, or the couple of points that are available for 3rd place, I would say. There's some smoke coming from the grease smoky BMW there in turn 14. See just a camera shot as they come across the line and complete another lap. We've got 4 to go for the lead cars. 4 for these cars. Oh, running wide slightly there. Nick Knighty that ran wide, or Craig Herbst, I think it might have been. Craig Herbst running wide there. It wasn't. It's the blue car that sort of threw me. Sorry, apologies for Craig Herbst because it was in the other class. So was it Leonard Archer? It might have been Leonard Archer. It was Leonard Archer that ran wide there coming out of turn 14. Just maybe caught up with a bit of the fluid that was dropped for the grease monkey diesel vehicle. Gave up the ghost and burst into a little bit of flames. Often you see a diesel car in flames, though, I'm going to tell you. But fortunately, right in front of the Marshall Point, and they got to it rapidly to restore what hopefully had not too much damage to the engine. Fights are on here, that's for sure. This is a bit further back in Class C. As you can see, the 18 car having some fun and games of its own. Honda Naidu is trying to hang on to the lead there ahead of Nick Naidu, so the 2 Naidus having a bit of a tough tussle here. One for the man just behind them waiting to see what happens. He wants to try and close the gap down, but you can see it's not going to be an easy thing to do there. The SA Autotech car and the Warden's machine fighting hard. On the inside, yes it is, Nick Naidu ahead now of Anant. Anant's just moving out the way and giving him a little bit of room to play. What that's done is slowed them both down enough to possibly give Hein van der Merwe another shot at it here. Van der Merwe took the first victory earlier on in the day. Waiting a while to get back on track, but now with cool conditions, it's a slightly different scenario that they're going to be playing with here. So as they cross the line, that completed, and Naidu and Van der Merwe are your top 3 in Class C. This is Fedetta with Pommersham on his tail. The red out car, just get ahead of Fabio Fedetta. Not an easy thing to do. He's got good drive there, though he might get him into sunset. Although, if you look outside right now, you'd say the sun has set. Right, sun setting. It is behind the castle, so it's low light conditions all the way around the track. It's not dark yet, but it's getting darker and darker every single time we circulate around here. We've still got one more class to come out. ATE Volkswagen Challenge in some pretty low light conditions. This is Renier Smith looking for the victory in Class B, comfortably all on his own, due to the fact that Pommersham has not been able to get through on Fabio Fedetta. Shaft. Getting into the closing stages, it's about a lap and a half to go for them. I'll make that 2, sorry. Leaders have only just crossed the line, so it's 2 laps to go. It's 2.5 laps for the cars we just saw on the previous shot. wide there from Ryan Naka. Not quite as smooth as what we've seen from Ryan today in either the BMW or the Mercedes-Benz that he's been piloting. The Mercedes-Benz, of course, in the extreme supercars driven by Dunlop. He's now in the magnificent fast development BMW in Class A of M Performance Racing Series. Lopsha continues on his way, possibly for a third place, and consistency with this man has been a crucial part of him winning championships in his career. There's a little bit of smoke out of Fedetto's car there, out of Ryan Naka's car, I beg your pardon. Naka seems to be just ailing a little bit here, and I'm a little bit concerned. I think it might be a puncture. He's starting to slip and slide on the back end of that car, and if Sav Guterres sees that, you know how hard Sav is going to work to force a mistake out of that youngster in front of him. Sav, I think you can see there might be some kind of an issue. To the back left of that car there, Paulie. That's definitely a puncture. That's definitely a puncture on that car. He's going to try and drive it around on the puncture for the last lap and survive if he can. He's coming up on the German, who will see them coming, and of course probably will get some blue flags waved his way. See lights flashing there from Sav Guterres' point of view, and he's probably saying to Ryan, listen, you've got no way of trying to keep me out there, but Ryan is not going to give this up without a fight. He is going to go onto the final lap with a potential left back flat tyre and keep out the hard charge coming from Sav Guterres. Just looking at that back tyre, is it just, or maybe it's just, it might just be a broken shock. The tyre seems to still be inflated, but the back left has definitely got a problem. And it's definitely affecting the car's ability, but Ryan Naka is driving through the problem. Yellow flag waving for a car stuck on the right-hand side there. Is that Hein van der Merwe by the looks of things? It might be. The black and yellow BM on the right-hand side is dropped out of the battle for what have been second in the Class C's. So Naka fighting a ailing car. Some kind of an issue. I can't believe that Sav's not pushing harder, and I think he is. He's pushing as hard as he can, but this car is just so good ahead of him, even with the broken wheel or broken suspension part. It looks like a broken suspension part there on Naka's car, because the wheel has stayed inflated. It looked like a puncture initially. Now it seems to be some kind of suspension damage, or you can see the left back wheel is just slightly at an angle. It's not quite running the way it should. When it gets into full flight like that, it's not a problem, but when it goes to the trickier stuff, it's very difficult to handle, and it looks like he's going to try and get it to the line and survive. That'll be a valiant effort there. Ryan Naka definitely showing that when it comes to motorsport, South Africans are truly renowned for this type of driving. We've seen it on a number of occasions with the Van der Linde boys in German touring cars. We've seen it with Brad, and having problems on that start line device that he's got, but he rides through it and he takes the win, just like Ryan Naka's done there. Riding through the problem, driving through a problem and getting to the line and still taking a victory. And despite having that little element at the end of the race, able to hang on for the win. The German's going to come through for third place in Class B. He just went out there to get those points in the bag. He didn't want to jeopardize his chances of scoring the points, even though the class was on lower numbers. We'll wait to see how we wrap things up. Class B. Oh, it's got close. Hammersheimer's got through on Fedetto in the last lap, and he's now putting pressure onto the back end here of Renier Smith, who is, of course, the man who's led the race all race long. Can we see a change up here? Watch the cutback. Cutback coming from Pommersheimer, and it looks like he might have got the drive. Pommersheimer side by side as they come to the line. Does he get it? No! He just misses out. Wow! What an effort there from Anton Pommersheimer. Having a last-minute ditch effort there, diving on the inside, changing the apex, going for the late apex and trying to get the drive down on the car. That's the car that was in front of him the whole race. If he'd got through earlier on, there may be a chance there for Anton Pommersheimer, but he lost out in the end to a magnificent drive there from Renier Smith for the victory. And then coming through there, Nick Naidu taking Class C, beating out Arnold, and it's Leonard Archer who will come through for third place in the Class C battle. So Renier Smith very lucky, 0.3 of a second there as they crossed the line between himself and Anton Pommersheim. Pommersheim needed to get that Eagle Granite car ahead of Fedetto earlier on, and it would have been a slightly different scenario. So it's Ryan Nike, Sav Gutteri and Leon Lobscher, your top 3 in Class A. Renier Smith wins out of Pommersheim and Andreas Mayer for top 3 in Class B. Naidu and Archer, your top 3 in Class C. Wrapping up the M Performance Racing Series 2 classes here today, and bringing us to the final race of the day in a few moments' time. It will be coming from ATE's Volkswagen Challenge.